Welcome to the Northern California home gardening channel where gardening is made easy. And I will give you a quick tour today about how the plants are doing. So this is February first week, and so we had some hard freeze for a few days. So I'm going to show you how the plants are doing, tropical plants specifically. And so as you see here, so this is a banana plant right here, and so it's been kind of, if you look at the leaves, this pretty become pretty dry actually because of the freeze. And I did have the same problem last year also. And so what I did was I just pruned it and then it started growing. So I'm not going to do anything right now, and I will probably prune it sometime in maybe during March or late February. And so because now if I prune these plants, right, so again if there is a freeze, so this dry leaves will protect it actually if there's another freeze. So I'm going to wait until end of February. So here's my curry plant. I'm going to quickly show you how it's doing. Right, let's try to open this up. Just gonna loosen it up. This is exactly the curry leaves are doing. See here, so there are leaves actually which is kind of dried up on the top, but I still see that the bottom is protected. I do see green leaves, so they still have life in it. So I'm going to just leave it right now as is, and I'm going to cover it up. I wish I could have covered it with another one of this fabric cloth. So if I kind of I did another 2 layers, it would have been better actually. So but the good part is there is still life for this plant, and so I'm not going to prune anything, I'm not going to touch, and I'm just going to leave it like this and cover it up, and make sure that it's kind of stays alive for the next few weeks before the spring starts. Right, so I did plant a few of these plants like spinach and then radish and all that, but there was some heavy rain actually and storm, and quite a bit of rain actually. They started growing, but they all died because of too much of rain. So still kind of I would say probably midwinter, and I'm going to go plant this replant it actually, so that I can get some crops, at least spinach, for the next 60 days or so. And same here in the same garden bed, I did plant some spinach and then spring onions, and they started growing, but again due to too much of rain, so it all kind of destroyed. But I'm going to go replant it now. So here's my guava plant actually. They also, I covered them, and let's see how they are doing. Okay, so they have dried up quite a bit actually. I think there is still some life there, so I'm going to just keep it open today and then keep it open so that it gets some fresh air to kind of breathe, and also put some water in it. So it's kind of dried up quite a bit. I think there is still life actually. Need to check if there is still life in it. So there is leaf in the bottom actually. You see those green things on the bottom? So there is still leaf. So there is still life in there. So I'm just going to leave it there open, and probably put some water and then close it up for the night. So I think there's still life actually. So I may have to prune it on the top, but I'm not going to touch it right now. And I'm going to show you when I'm pruning all my tropical plants. Okay, so this is my moringa plant. So I did cover up quite a bit. Actually, I'm going to open up and check how it's doing as well. So here you go. So this is how it looks actually. As you see in the top, it's dried up, but at the bottom actually you can see still has life. So you see the green actually stuff there over there. So it still has life actually. I'm going to keep it open and close it at night. Okay, so here are the tomato plants. So I just kept it outside, and so they have all dried up. And the one in the corner, it has got some protection, so it has life. But I did take enough tomato saplings and then kept it inside so they can grow. I just left it outside because these tomato plants are not yielding well, so I just left it outside. Right, so here's the other big guava plant actually, which was yielding fruits last time. So I'm going to just open up and see how they are doing. I did do a preview of this late December, so let's check now. All right, see here, this is exactly how it does, how it's going on, what's going on with this plant. And a lot of green leaves still there, and in the top, as usual, the leaves have dried up. And so the leaves, you see, the leaves are still kind of green, nice and green. So on the top, it has dried up a bit actually. The freeze has impacted a little bit on the top, so they don't have to be pruned. Just kind of keep it open so that it can breathe nicely. And then I'm going to go prune it in the during spring actually. So I'm going to keep it open before I go to close it. So this is my other banana plant actually. So this also dried up quite a bit actually. And see the small plants over here, they're still kind of nicely protected, and then there's a lot of greenery on the bottom. And so I'm going to go prune it in the during spring, early spring. Just going to leave it like that. So here are the plants, that I kept it under the shade actually. So they got some good protection from the direct freeze. See the tomato plant right here, they're doing pretty well actually. And I'm going to take it and then plant it right outside, and nicely start growing. And all the other plants you see, so I did keep some eggplant, and then this one is a capsicum, and then we have chili. This one is a chili plant, and this one is it's a Thai basil. So we're doing pretty well actually. I do see this. You do see the curry plant also here, just kind of protecting in the shade. So these citrus plants actually, this is a mandarin, and I did not cover this up actually, so they're directly exposed, but they're doing pretty good. And so that's all for today actually for the updates. And if you like the video, please do click like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon in another video. Thank you. Bye.